decorated Open Series veteran on your left.
He certainly is rocking that stash. That is a more than respectable mustache.
TBD.
He's got the whole goatee and the whole thing going on there.
The TBD. Orrin Beasley rocking the MTGmom.com.
I don't know if that's the MTGmom.com commercial. I think it's got a different melody.
Pink sticker.
All right,
Orrin
Mountain from Orrin.
on the play, and is that a denizen?
Foundry Street denizen.
Ooh, Owen Turtenwald.
I think it's the worst denizen, but might do.
No, that guy gets in.
He's fine, yeah. He just got in for
He's
2.
gonna get in for 2.
I didn't say it's a bad card. It's just probably the worst.
Yeah, the white denizen's like.
The white denizen's awesome. The blue denizen's arguably not very good either, but at least it depends on the deck. Yeah. So, but
I've had that guy in my deck many times, and I've rarely been upset.
Sure. He's fine. That's what I'm getting at. But more than fine is the other creature on the battlefield. Those Wojek Halberdiers.
Ooh.
And an Ember Beast for Orrin. So Orrin with all the creatures. Owen with just 2 lands. Owen appears to be Gruul. And Orrin is clearly Boros.
And he is doing what Boros wants. There's 3 men in play.
Now Owen looks like he's got some ramp action here. He's going to gain 2, negate that first attack from the Foundry Street Denizen, gaining the 2 life there. And
we have deck lists.
Ooh, deck lists.
I will take Orrin Beasley's deck list.
All right.
We'll take.
We'll line it up
Owen
just as they are on the
Turtenwald's
screen. So
deck
Orrin
list.
now just smashing in yet again. And a Syndic of Tithes from Orrin.
So the Wojek Halberdiers is obviously a strong beneficiary of the battalion mechanic.
Yes.
However, it's not like Owen had a blocker up until this point, so first strike was irrelevant. Now we've got, is that a 4/4 creature?
Yeah, the Gore Clan Rampager.
A Rampager. Orrin's got anything here is bad
gets
time
mugged
for
and
Turton.
yeah, that was just not. Owen did not have very much going on there. Played 2 spells. One is
One of
just
them
a
was
fertile
just nothing.
round. Yeah. Gain 2. It wasn't even as good as a fertile round because couldn't take advantage of it.
So
It was really like 3 mana, gain 2 life.
So let's check what's interesting in these deck lists while our combatants shuffle up for game 2. So Orrin Beasley, like you said, is Boros. He's got an Act of Treason in his side. Patrick Sullivan, also a Boros player last round, played Act of Treason in his sideboard. I thought that was.
It feels like it should be main deckable. I mean, it's not like you're going to play against somebody who's got no guys, right?
But it's a good battalion enabler.
If you
it
have,
gets a sweet blocker out of it. Like, imagine you just take that 4/4 away, right?
Right. I mean, just a lot of times you have 2 dudes and they have 1, and you go steal it battalion.
In for 6 or something.
It feels like it would be excellent, and it depends on how much battalion you have. But I feel like
speaking of battalion, Orrin Beasley's got Bomber Corpse. He's got some battalion there. So we saw Foundry Street Denizen. We saw Ember Beast. He's got Firefist Striker, Legion Loyalist, Massive Raid. How do you like Massive Raid?
It's interesting. I mean, it's one of those conditional.
It's really
removal
conditional,
kind of things,
yeah.
and you feel like when you're behind and you're getting smashed, and you have like 1 or 2 dudes, and you're like, oh man, really?
Is this right? Look at this
Oh
number.
my gosh,
4 Wojek Halberdiers.
Yeah, I think that would be one of the reasons he may have decided to play Boros.
So that guy's just like a 3/2 for 2, which is
like
above the curve for a 2-drop. And then
he's like a 3rd Boros Guild Mage, like because there's like True Fire Paladin and Wojek, like the other.
And he trades up, right? Like that guy can trade with a 4-drop.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's sick. You have 4 Halberdiers. I think.
Gift of Orzhova, I think, pretty good creature enchantment.
Yeah.
True Fire Paladin, like you said, that guy's sweet. Armored Transport, 1 Boros Guildgate, and Orrin is playing. It looks like a 16 land deck. Am I counting this right?
15, 16, yeah.
Yeah, so
wow, extremely aggressive.
Binny.
Yeah.
How's Owen's deck? 5 color, it looks
yeah,
like.
it is 5 color. I'm sitting here going, okay, so I'm looking at his non-basics. I'm like, okay, so he's got a Boros Guildgate, he's got a Godless Shrine, he's got a Gruul Guildgate, he's got an Orzhov Guildgate. These are all in his deck. He's got 7 forest, 5 mountain, 1 island. He's playing 5 colors. He's really the blue is he's literally just got one blue source as far as lands go. He's got an Angelic Edict. He's got an Urbis Protector. The 6 mana 4/4 flyer plus a 1/1.
Yeah, he's about to have a 6-card hand. So Owen is on his heels this game. My presumption is he chose to play. Now the reason is because even though a 5-color deck, especially in sealed deck, probably wants to draw, he needs to steal play from Orrin just to not get slaughtered by the tremendous initiative Orrin was able to put in. When you're dropping a red denizen on turn 1, you're making a statement of how you've built your deck. So we just got a confirmation that yes, Owen did in fact choose to play.
Okay, so
he probably wants to choose to draw in most cases.
Some of the all stars in the deck. He's got an Assembled Legion in the deck, which is
card.
We saw that just wreck in an earlier match.
It's like the pack rat of.
I think it is. It's
just like it. You let it get going for like 2-3 turns. It's just oppressively.
It rolled over Brad Nelson in his feature match in 2 games. Actually, the second game, the guy played it and Brad just scooped. It was like he was already on his back foot. He also has Firemane Avenger. So
he's also Boros.
Yeah, he's also
the other guilds.
Right, exactly. He's every guild. Assembled the Legion. He's got Firemane Avenger. He's got the Gore Clan Rampager we saw, which is one of the better Gruul cards.
People consider it more or less the best of the Blood
You
Rushers.
get a 4/4 trample for 4 and it's Blood Rush. That's awesome. He's got Ground Assault, which I think is a
going to
solid
5 cards on the play. This is bad times.
Yeah,
I would love to see his deck get going.
It's a really I feel like he has to mulligan this way. Like he has to mulligan aggressively. His deck is kind of all over the place.
The jump from 6 to 5 is mathematically so brutal on hand quality. Like, let's say you mulliganed like a marginal 2-land hand. Is like your original 7. Like, how good can your 5-card hand be if that was the mulligan that you took? Like, it's really... And I'm not,
You get to the point where you're like, I just wish I would have kept my first hand because it was the same thing plus a couple more
2 cards.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. I mean, I've won it with as few as 3 cards before, but it's... The jump from 6 to 5 it's really, really brutal.
Well, it looks like he kept a land-heavy hand. I see a Godless Shrine obviously in play. I see it looked like a couple other lands in his hand. It looks like Island Mountain, and there's an Orzhov Guildgate. So he's got black-white, he's got red-blue in his hand, and I just don't know what he's got as far as action. I think I see a Mind's Eye Drake.
So, Orrin Beasley leading off once again on a 1-drop battalion creature. Ultra aggressive deck, obviously.
If Orrin's deck, I think if Orrin's deck performs even like half as good as it can, it's gonna slaughter Owen. I feel like not only because of the mulligan, but because he's just gonna be behind. But I would love to be wrong. I would love to see Owen's deck get going.
Yeah.
So there's the Halberdiers on turn 2 after the Boros Elite crashes in for 1.
He's gonna have Halberdiers in his opening hand almost every game.
Exactly.
He's got 4 of them.
1 out of every 10 cards.
I mean, this is like so cray-cray, right? Like, Orrin last game saw only a ramp spell, which was green, and then...
Yeah. In fact, there are 3 copies of Verdant Haven in Owen's deck.
When he saw red greens, and then it was
and
like
now
black,
it's
white, black, white.
Suddenly a completely different deck. Yeah, you see the Gore Clan Rampager, I believe, in Owen's hand.
It would be a reasonable stop sign. Oh my goodness!
Frontline
medic. Like 3 battalion guys, and they're like all sweet battalion guys.
All right.
2 of those guys are constructed quality.
Absolutely.
And I mean,
arguably all 3 are constructed. I was going to say, arguably all 3 are constructed quality, depending on who it is that you're...
Or I guess if you're in a mono-battalion deck, you might actually play cards like that.
Sure.
Owen with no play by turn 4 is in a lot of problems.
Yeah, here comes everybody. So
6, 9,
battalion, 3, 6, 9.
9 indestructible, right?
Yeah, indestructible.
He's got Aetherize or no?
Don't.
No, he does not have
Aetherize.
Aetherize. No. Yeah, I mean,
he's got as far as removal, he's got a Homing Lightning,
which is RR, correct?
Yeah, RR, exactly. He's got Arrows of Justice, which he could conceivably cast here.
Do you have like a Merciless Eviction or something? No, I assume.
He does, I mean, not removal, but I wanted to mention he's playing Urban Evolution. Yeah, he's not playing Urban Evolution. He's just run over. So that was anticlimactic for Owen Turtenwald.
Orrin's deck is so brutally quick.
Now I'm looking. Yeah, this is not the matchup you want when you decide to play a 5-color deck. You know, you're like,
what deck do you want to be pling when you play against a deck like Beasley's?
Right, but the last deck.
I never want to play against that deck.